Hey guys, it's Brick Thunder, and today we are going to be unboxing, setting up, and doing a demo of the SpiritHalloween 2021 Buzzsaw. Okay, so as far as I know, I think I am the first person to own this guy. I got him opening day of Flagship. I think there was only one in stock there, so pretty sure we got the only one that was for sale right now. And I know none of the online orders are shipping out yet. So I think this should be the first one on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure this is the first one shipped out or bought. So let's open this up. We've got some pretty cool things just to see straight off the start right here. Looks pretty awesome. You can see the mallet, can see the mech and stuff, and you can see the giant buzzsaw right up here. But first, let's just start with the top things. We got this huge bag of clothing. Feels really nice quality, which is good. But yeah, big bag of clothing right here. Looks like the overalls, and I think it must be all the rest of the clothing too. It must all be one piece. There it is. Here's the head. We're gonna look at this later, but it's in this box here. Hopefully it looks good, but there it is. You can kind of see some poking at the bottom there. But yeah, there it is. We'll put that aside, open that very soon. Got some foam right here for the legs. I'm not really sure why you would need that because it has so much extra cloth, but I guess that would be what it would be for. Next, let's see what else we can get. So we've got the mech right here, but we've got a ton going on here. So we might have to cut the video just a bit to get some of this stuff out. But right now, I am going to just kind of tilt the box over. So we're going to do what we did in the Mr. Dark unboxing and try to slide this stuff out. So first of all, we have a ton coming out right now. So this is basically everything. All the big pieces are what I'm taking out right now. So you can see the mallet arm in a sec. The box is ripping there. We can probably take out the mallet arm right now, actually. Here it is. This is huge. This is way cooler than the wacky one. This is way bigger. Wow, that is huge. That is so cool. Yeah, at least like 2 times the size of the wacky one. I was not expecting that. I thought that would be the same size exact, because it did look like the same sculpt, but it's not actually. It's got more of a wood texture up here. Full wood texture right there. And it goes through the arm, which is cool. Look at that. Shows down way at the bottom. We've got some really nice detailing on the metal here. Looks like actual metal. It's pretty shiny. Looks good. And then this looks like real wood. Looks great. I love that hand. That just shows how big he's going to be, because that thing is huge. Put that to the side here. Keep pulling this right out of the box. So, got some other bigger items falling out right here. So, let's see what comes out next. Looks like we have a shoe right here. And this is not what I was expecting. This is actually a nice quality shoe right here. This is not the traditional SVI stuff right here. This is definitely a better plastic than I thought. I hope they stick with this more. It is still shiny, which I don't like, but I definitely like it better because it's not flexible, as you can see. It's more of that hard plastic, which is nice. Looks cool. And it's got some nice detailing, too. Looks a lot more realistic. Put that to the side there. Next, we got this huge mech coming out here. I'm not sure how we can get this out, but we got some parts kind of getting stuck over back here. So yeah, we got a ton coming out at once. We'll try to take some parts out first. I know we've got this huge hip loop coming up right here. This thing is giant. And we also got what looks to be kind of a waist loop or something up here. So yeah, some crazy parts going on here. Got some stuck parts too, but here's the hip loop. It's kind of stuck in whatever this is. Must be an arm. But yeah. There it is. That's a big hip loop. And then we also got this one here. So I'm not sure what's going on here. It must be kind of the upper loop. So yeah, we'll see what that is in a bit. But yeah, we got a ton of stuck parts back here too. Got the shoulder frame. We're going to cut the video now and try to get all this stuff out because there's a ton. But then I'll show it all laid out so we can still see all the parts. So yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, so we got everything out of the box now. And there are a ton of parts. We got the mallet, the shoes, the whole shoulder frame here, which is really cool. Got the 2 loops for the hips and more up here around the torso. Got the whole mechanism right there. Adapter, leg pulls, more pulls for what looks like the arms. Leg foam, clothing, all in that bag. Instructions, and head. So the first thing I do want to do is open up this head. And then open up the other parts like the clothing that still need to be opened up. But, yeah, everything out of the box now. This is what all comes with him. And we'll kind of just cut this all out right here. But he's got some stuff peeking down at the bottom that we want to take care of there. And then, let's just open it out of the top. So, yeah, I'm really hoping all these shipped out looking pretty good. Because last year, as you guys may know, SVI had a bit of an issue with deformation of the props' heads. So yeah, hopefully they fix that with frames this year. Here he is. He looks amazing. The detail on this guy is crazy good. Here we go. Let's take this out. He's got a bit of tape down there, but there it is. So I can't really see into it yet. But we're going to take him out. Let's see this head. It's huge, too. This is a giant SVI head right here. He's got a bit of plastic that we're going to want to rip away, but we want to be real careful. Head is all latex. He's got the moving mouth, so it has to be. Wow, that is amazingly realistic. Yeah, they have a full frame in here, so it doesn't seem like this could get deformed. As you can tell, this one looks pretty awesome. There it is. It looks very realistic. There's the side view. Super realistic from the side. Other side right here. And then that creepy face. I love the eyes on this thing. I'm definitely going to be unplugging the LEDs because I think that looks so much creepier and so much more realistic. But wow, super happy with that face. Looks so cool. So we'll put that over to the side. Really, really creepy looking prop. And let's just start the setup now. So we've got these poles in here. He's not too tall. He is about 6 feet. So he doesn't need too many. And yeah, let's just attach these. So they are both labeled B, so we can just put them both on. And we're going to start with this side. So yeah, it doesn't matter which leg it goes on, just put it on. And it actually does say to start with these instead of the feet poles. That one doesn't really fit, so let's try this one. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully this one fits. If not, we're going to have to bend the metal around a bit. Yeah, it looks like the metal might be warped a bit, so it's a bit harder to get on, but that one fit a bit nicer than this one. So yeah, it says to actually put the shoes on after the poles, which is a bit weird. Most of the setups don't do that. But what I am going to show you with the other shoe, it's got this huge hole in the bottom, so it does make sense. So that just slides right over. A lot like Smoldering Zombie, actually, and it does have the foot loops, or the little pegs to keep them in place, which is cool. I love to see that. So, next up, just get the instructions out right here. We want the foam. So the foam is just going to go on. Doesn't look like they have cuts, so we are just going to slide them right down the legs. I don't know if this is very needed because he has so much extra clothing, but we'll see in a little bit. So speaking of clothing, let's take out the clothing here. Don't need to cut this at all, but just take it out like this. Wow, peekaboo type clothing right here. This is just like peekaboo. It's got that inner layer, making it really strong. I love this type of clothing. Very high quality, very nice. And it's huge. Look at that. That is awesome. But yeah, that's really nice quality, really good. Definitely better than I expected here. That is awesome. There's the front right there. And here's the back. So what we're going to do here looks like we just slide it over. So this is the front, so we're going to want to put it in. He looks like he has actual pockets and stuff. But right there, that's what I'm talking about. We are going to move the camera up after this, but if you guys can see that, just like peekaboo, got that inner fabric. So let's slide this down the legs. I'll try to show the whole thing here. We'll go just about halfway for this leg, and then we start the other. So this other leg goes here, and as you can see, even with the peekaboo stuff on the inside, yeah, I don't think you're going to really need this foam because I think it'll form around it. That's what we found out with Peekaboo Clown. With that foam inside, the shaping of the cloth, you really don't need any extra support. But it is still cool to have just in case it does look a bit thin because you want this guy looking very realistic. He is meant to be very real. He's definitely one of those realistic props. But there we go, slid down. We can adjust that all later. But for now, I'm going to move the camera up so you guys can see higher up so we can add the torso in. Here we go. Alright, so the next step is the whole module here. So this is the whole mechanism. Pretty simple mech. It is just that body turning. So we're going to want to keep this body turning mech in the back and the rest in the front up here. Also control box in the back. So just slide that on, slide this one on, then we'll snap lock that in. Both sides. There we go. Snap locked, snap locked. So there it is. That's how much, that's his height without the head. So with the head, it's going to be about up there. So not a bad height at all. Really cool. So we don't want to forget the hip loops because that is a big deal with this prop. So the first one that goes on looks to be D. Let's see which one that is. Looks like it would be this one. So this is D. This one goes all the way to the bottom. So this is that main hip loop. As you can see, it's very big. We're going to want to flip that around. One side is larger than the other, so it only fits in this way. Goes like that, and then you want to bend it a bit, but that's fine. There we go. That's the hip. Big hip. Makes it look real cool. Next up, I think we'd want to put on this one here. Yep. We'll try this way. There we go. So that just goes right in the front there. That one doesn't have smaller or bigger sides. That one can just go in like that as long as it goes over the pole like that. So this wire is already connected. These 3 wires actually look to go to the head. I think the head only has 2 wires though. So one of these up here must go to the saw. So next step, let's see what that is. It would be the shoulder frame. This gives him a really nice look at top. It gives him kind of a hunchback over here. It makes it look really creepy. I love this look right here. So we'll do this, bend it just a bit, and put it in there. There we go. And there, that adds some extra height too. So there he is. That's what he looks like without that. So now the next step is clothing. So now we got to bring all this clothing up. So he's got a lot of Velcros here in the back to help with that because it is a very big outfit. But we're going to slowly just pull this up. Don't want to mess up the hip loops here. Bring this up just a bit more over the whole frame right here. And as soon as we get this first one, it's going to be a lot easier to get the rest. Looks like this one's falling out just a bit. There we go. So now I'm just Velcroing the back a bit. We're not going to go all the way. But now we can adjust the clothing. So the arms can just stay out right here. We want to go around the whole neck piece right here. But there it is. The arms can stay out. As you can see, the hip loop makes it huge. And there he is. He looks epic there. I know the camera cannot see this full shot, so I will kind of pan down just a bit. But he is giant already, and he doesn't even have the head or the arms on. So he is going to be a really big prop. That is so cool. Alright, so next step would have to be the arms. So first arm they show is the saw arm, but we want part J first, which looks like one of these is labeled K and one is J. So we're going to want to do part J first. And if this is the saw arm, it would go over here. So we're going to slide this up, and then it just connects just like all the other SBI setups right up to here. So there shouldn't be any mech or anything up here. I think it just slides right into its little socket right there. So it goes like that. The mech is in the saw, which I have right here. The saw is amazing. Here it is. It's giant. Got really nice details on it. Got the tubing right here. Really cool. Yeah, awesome, awesome piece right here. And then the wires actually run through that tubing. So that tubing does actually do stuff. But yeah, there it is. Looks awesome. Also got the blue wire I was talking about earlier. This one must go up near the head. So yeah, there it is. I'm not sure if this is going to fit right here. So we are going to have to move him just a bit eventually for the demo. But he is big. He's a very, very big prop. So this one, oh, it's going to barely fit. As you can see, slightly fits there. Let's just move him over just a bit. There we go. So it's heavy too. I'm hoping that doesn't wear down the welding or anything. It's a very heavy piece right there. So let's kind of take his clothing and put it around there. And there we go. That's one of the arms. Adjust the fabric just a bit. We can do that at the end. Doesn't need to look perfect just yet. But there's one of the arms. Let's do the second one. Second arm, same thing. Traditional SVI setup here. Slide it right up and connect it at the top. And this one is the mallet arm. The mallet is bigger than the saw, but it does not move. It doesn't have any movement with the mallet. It just looks really, really cool. So we'll find the socket piece right here. It slides right in. And we'll take the mallet and do the same thing. Same connector, just slides right into its framing right here. This one actually is angled up a bit more, which is cool. I like the different arm positionings. I thought he might be posable, but it doesn't seem like he is. It's just got those normal SVI pulls, so not really posable, just metal right there to keep him up, which makes sense. They're very heavy pieces, so posable arms wouldn't really work. But there it is. That's all of that. Let's attach the head, and I think that's it. I think that would be the last piece right here. So all we'd have to do after this is wire it up and fix up the clothing. But just got some straight connectors, nothing happening up with the head, so they don't really have to do anything like that other than mouth movement. And then we can kind of hide the neck here, but I will fix that in a bit. But there it is. That is Buzzsaw right there. He is huge. I know the camera cannot see this whole thing, but I will try my best to get a full shot of him soon. But there he is. There's his height. He's really tall, but he's awesome. He's super cool. Let's go to the demo. Here we go. All right, so here he is. This is Buzzsaw, and he looks amazing. He's fully wired up, everything. Just get a close-up of this face. I love the eyes. They are super realistic in person. They've got some amazing details here on the face. Got this huge mallet next to my hand. Here it is. Looks giant. And, of course, the Buzzsaw right over here. But, yeah, let's plug this guy in. Here we go. He is on sensor mode.
I've got a hammer, and I hammer in the evening all over this place. Did you see that? I saw that.
I love the mouth movement on this one. It's super realistic.
Don't forget to duck, or you'll be a dead duck. You ever have an itch that you just can't scratch? Here, let me help you with that.
Alright, so that was the Spirit Halloween 2021 Buzzsaw Animatronic. This guy, easily top 3 for me. Super cool to see him in here. He is giant, such a big prop, and a very unique concept. Definitely reminds me of old Spirit. With this saw, reminds me of the zombie soldier, stuff like that. Really, really cool. Not something I'd think we'd see from Spirit anymore because they've seemed to tone down on the scary stuff. But this guy is definitely one of, if not the scariest prop I own now. He is so, so cool. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye.